Hi there, I'm Susan Winter from susanwinter.net. Welcome to my channel. Subscribers adore you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being such a great part of my YouTube family. I love it. And if you're new, if you like this, press subscribe and click that little bell so that you get notifications of when I'm speaking, because I'm putting out a lot more content every week. This is something I want to talk about, and this is important. The three main reasons why people pull away. Now, I know it affects everybody who's dating, and we see their attention, and we know they're attracted to us, and we're attracted to them, and we get so excited because there's so much that's good, and we start to build this dream of what's going to happen, and things are going well, and then suddenly, it is the most horrific feeling when they start to pull back and pull away, and guess what? It triggers anxiety, reactivity, fear, insecurity. All these horrible things happen within us, right? And we don't know where to turn because we don't know why they're pulling away. Maybe if we knew why they were pulling away, we could figure out what to do about it. So I have three things I've written down here. I'm actually going to use my notes so that I make sure that I stay on point. One, their attraction was whimsical to begin with, meaning they were not dating intentionally. They're good at the pickup because they do it all the time. They're good at the charisma because this is the only part of the deal that they do. They don't do the relationship. They do well at attracting you, seducing you, and getting you excited. They're whimsical. And part of it for them is, it's the game. It's fun. They like it. They didn't really want to do anything to begin with, but they kind of got excited about you. So, commend yourself. They got excited about you, but they were never going anywhere to begin with. So when they're whimsical, it was never about you. So please, don't live in guilt. Don't think you did something wrong. Okay? The second thing is when you actually do need a little correction. And this is diminished attraction because you've actually done something to somehow devalue yourself. Now, this could have happened early on in dating. You might not be aware that you did it, but when you review what you did, maybe you're going to see it, maybe you already know, and you don't know how to correct it. Maybe you started chasing them too much, and they're like, whoa, man, I just started to see you. You're all on top of me. And that makes them think you're insecure. It makes them think that, you're desperate or needy. Maybe you talked about your ex, and you went on and on about the abusive relationship and narcissistic people. Real turnoff. Maybe you had too much to drink and you got a little sloppy and it was just nerves, but first time out of the box, you did not show well, and they're like, okay, I'm just not so sure. Or maybe they started testing you, and I'm not saying they're good because they were testing you, so I'm not sure that you've lost anybody of value, but maybe they started devaluing you just internally. They kind of felt like, I don't have to work at this one. And they started tossing you a bone from here and there. And I can't show up tonight. And they started canceling on you. And you're like, oh, that's okay. That's fine. All right. When are you available? You made yourself too available. You didn't have any standards. You didn't slap them back as far as their behavior. You didn't call them out. And you didn't have any real self-esteem. That could make them begin to go, I thought they were really more together and they seem a little desperate. That can make somebody devalue you. Now, please, I am not saying this to make you feel badly. One thing you might want to do if you feel they're pulling away is be very brutally honest with, how did I play my hand here? Did I come on too strong? Was I too desperate? Was I too needy? Did I do some things that were a little sloppy? Okay, please don't beat yourself up. Just acknowledge it. Let it go. Maybe you want to back off. Maybe you want to just see what happens. Maybe you want to do a very brief, and I mean brief, one phrase explanation, like, God, I'm really sorry. Hey, listen, I didn't have any food that day, and I think I got a little out of line, and so I'm sorry. Do you want to try it again sober? Whatever it is, if you can correct it, do so, but do not apologize, beg, or take yourself down any further. Okay, and so the last reason is actually a good one. Fear. They actually fear that they came on too strong to you. They may fear that they looked too eager, too needy, too desperate themselves. They may fear the fact that they actually like you and now they're paralyzed. Now, this tends to happen with a lot of my guy clients that will call me and they will tell me something like, they tell their buddies, oh my gosh, I went out with this girl. She was so cool. She was so great. I can't wait to see her. And the guys say to them, oh, dude, like you don't call her back. No, you're going to look too desperate and needy. Don't call her back. And so the guy's paralyzed. He wants to impress you, but he's afraid that he's going to overplay his hand, and so he pulls back. So you're thinking, what did I do? I thought we had such a great date. Now he's not contacting me. He's not even responding to me. Or I send a message and say, hey, it was a great date. And he waits like 9 hours to say, yeah, cool. How do you know? How do you know? It's hard to read sometimes in the beginning. Just understand you have to really review on the inside. How did you feel? What's your gut take? Because the wiser part of you probably has far better information than I could ever give you. Because this is generic according to situations that we're imagining. It's not me working with you one-on-one, right? So take a look at how did you really feel about it. If you think there's any possibility that they were fearful, that maybe they were too obvious about their affection or interest in you, the way to handle that is to send a text message or call. If they do that, just say, look, I really enjoyed seeing you and I want to know why. I'd really like you to know that. I look forward to seeing you again. Maybe even extend an invitation to them. This is if you absolutely feel that it was fear on their end, right? Now, if they don't ever respond back, let it go. Then they went into category 1, they were whimsical, or 2, something happened. Okay, I hope this helps you, because so many times we really beat ourselves up because we think we did something, and sometimes they were never intentional. Sometimes they may actually like you, and sometimes they actually did something wrong. So how would you know? So if you'd like to work with me, please go to susanwinter.net, go to the consultation page. That way I can work with you one-on-one. I'm still doing this for a while, and I'm going to change some of what I'm doing and put group things. And while I can, I really enjoy working with people one-on-one. And if you have a question for me, go to the video requests. That is on the contact page underneath media. Write us what you want to talk about, and maybe we'll present your information here. And thank you, everyone, for susanwinter.net.